Hello guys, welcome back to a slightly longer form video, and this is with one of the permission of my clients who's allowed me to share her DEXA scan results. And this main topic today is going to be talking about why you need to stop worrying about the scale weight and you need to focus on your healthy waist targets. So over here, and I'm going to explain all of this in detail for you. I only really care about waist measurements going down. That is by far the most important metric that I want to see go down. And I like to explain this to all of my clients as well, that if your waist is going down, do not change anything, continue going as you are. And you should be measuring your waist, depending on if you're a male or female, it's going to be your upper or lower waist, every single week. All right. If it's one thing that you can track that's going to give you the best prediction of fat loss, it's your waist measurements. Now I'm going to show you how tightly your waist measurements correlate with your healthy body fat ranges and your body fat percentages. So just as a general rule of thumb, for women on your small waist, every centimeter that you lose is about 1 kilogram of fat ish, give or take. It's approximate, but it's close enough. The same thing with men. So we use belly button waist for men, or the widest point at belly button. Every centimeter you lose is approximately about 1 kilogram of fat. Now, yes, women store fat differently compared to men. Men are pretty stock standard. We really only care about the waist. But some women can have really narrow waists and much larger hips, thighs, and chests. And some women don't have any fat in the extremities and they store it just around the waist. But as a general rule of thumb, for the majority of people, waist is the most important. So let's quickly touch on where we currently are with my current client. So over here on the left-hand side, my current client has given me her DEXA scan details. So over here, you can see the total lean mass, the body fat percentage, total fat mass, total lean mass, etc. So her current measurements at the moment of getting this DEXA scan done, her measurement for her small waist, right? This is above the hips, below the ribs, is 77.5. Now, at the very start, we're ideally trying to get her down to 33% as a healthy target. She's currently 38%. Okay, so 38, we want her to be 33. She's currently 77.5 centimeters. To get her to about a healthy body fat percentage, again, it's a give or take, her upper limit for her healthy waist target is 74.9 centimeters. Basically 75 centimeters. So, as a general rule of thumb, I would always recommend people should get to this number. So within my programs, we have very specific healthy waist targets. We have a ceiling and a floor, which I'm going to explain. So her cutoff for a healthy body fat percentage is basically 74, 75 centimeters. So based on her percentage, so she's 38%, to get to 33%, she's going to need to lose about 4.5 kilos. Now, like I said before, about a centimeter-ish is about a kilo worth of fat. To get to her healthy waist target, she's looking at least a 2.5 centimeter drop. Okay. Now, if she wanted to get abs lean on the beach, so we're talking basically close to 20%, she's going to be looking at about a 13.5 kilogram drop. All right. So her current weight is 60. She's going to be looking to get under 50 kilos, so about 47-ish, somewhere around there. Now, you can also see for every centimeter that we drop off, we're looking at getting her to her lowest number. All right, this is basically abs lean on the beach, or very close to, is 62.2 centimeters, which is basically a 15 centimeter drop. Now, if you look at the correlation between the waist changes and the weight required to get to these specific numbers, they're almost one for one. Obviously, people store fat just a little bit differently. It's a little less accurate for women compared to men, but it's a close enough gauge, all right? And usually what I would recommend is, if you are able to, one thing that's really good to go and do is go and get a DEXA scan done at the start of your journey. And then when you hit certain milestones, so very specifically your upper healthy waist target, your lower healthy waist target, if you ever get that lean, you go get a DEXA scan at these numbers and also measure your waist. So that way, every time you re-measure your waist, you'll know exactly where your body fat percentage is without ever needing to go back and get another DEXA scan done. So over here on the bottom right hand side, you can also see what the healthy waist ranges are, or sorry, your body fat percentages are. So if you're in that 33% plus range as a female, you are overweight, or you're borderline, average. Most people, generally speaking, are going to be much more comfortable around that 24% for women, about 15% for men. And if you're looking to get, more bikini body style ready, more Instagram photo shoot ready, usually the cutoff for men is probably going to be about 10% ish, and then the cutoff for females is going to be about 17-ish percent. So I would usually recommend 10% lowest for men and about 17 to 20% for women, again, just depending on where you store body fat. So by far the most important measurement, if you can start doing this on a weekly basis, choose a day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever it is, start taking your small waist measurement as a woman, start taking your lower belly measurement as a male, and if that is going down on a weekly basis, you are heading in the right direction. Okay. Now, in terms of numbers and metrics, what you should be trying to aim for women, this healthy cutoff number, you're looking at 47% of your height. So however tall you are, your circumference shouldn't be any more than 47% of your height. And then for men, you're looking at 50% of your height. So if you're 100 centimeters tall, 200 centimeters tall, you don't want your waist any larger than 100 circumference-wise. Okay. And that is just for health. That's scraping in for the healthy level of body fat. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not like an off-on switch. It's not like you're either over and unhealthy and under and you're healthy. It's obviously a spectrum. And then from there, once you're healthy, technically if you're training with me as a client, I've done my job as a health coach. I've gotten you to a lean, healthy body fat percentage. And then pretty much past that point is mostly a vanity game. Now, for me personally, I like to try and achieve or at least get clients to this middle number. And there's a few reasons for that. I like to get clients to a point where when they go back to maintenance, there is obviously a little bit of rebound weight gain, a bit of bloating that comes along with going back to maintenance calories. That's all normal. But when you're sitting at this middle number, it gives you a bit of a buffer as well. So if you happen to overeat a little bit for a couple of months, you just got a lot going on in your life and your calories go up a bit too much, you're still in that healthy range, even if you gain a centimeter or two on your waist. Okay. And then the other side is also true as well. So if you have a special occasion coming up, so it's a holiday, it's a wedding, anniversary, just an occasion where you would like to be leaner or closer to the leaner side. So for example, next year, we've got a trip, we're going to Bali. I would like to be close to abs lean by that point. So for me, most of the year round, I would sit around the middle number. And then if I'm going to shoot for a bit leaner, give myself a bit more of a buffer, just to look a bit better on the holiday for myself, just for my own vanity purposes. But also, if I'm going away on holidays, I'm probably going to be eating a bit more food, so I can lean down and I can come back up whilst I'm on holidays. I don't have to stress too much. So that middle number is a really good happy medium for most people. So a good way you can start thinking about these types of things is healthy waist targets for health purposes, low number for pure vanity purposes, and then you've got that middle number where most people should probably cruise around most of the year, most of their life. You can pretty much eat decent amount of food without worrying too much about your exact calories and macros and things like that. So even if you track your weight, I highly encourage you to start tracking your waist measurements. And obviously, if you need help and you want a step-by-step program, I offer one-to-one online coaching. I do this with hundreds of people and I teach them my systems, exactly what your waist target should be, your calories, macros, protein, training program, all that sort of stuff. I've been doing this for 14 years. So if you have any questions on this method and my style and the healthy waist targets, pop them in the comments below. But as we go through the weight loss program with my client, as she starts to achieve certain numbers, she is looking to start getting some extra DEXA scans done. So I can possibly even update this to like a little mini series, depending if she'd like to do that. And show you the correlation between that healthy waist target and the body fat percentage and how close they are. And that is all. Easy done, guys. All right. Thank you for watching. Hope you found this interesting and informative, and I will speak to you soon. Take care.